like my style, and I can't blame them. They like my style, and I can't blame them. They like my style, and I can't blame them. They like my style.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Cardinal Red, and we back for some more of that Ali Land Daily Boxing Talk, people. And today we talking Errol Spence Jr. calling out Manny Pacquiao and Canelo Alvarez, not Keith Thurman. Alright, y'all, so today we're going to be doing it a little different, man. I'm taking a walk through downtown Louisville, River Front Park, and I just wanted to take you guys along with me, man, and talk about some boxing. So the topic we have today, man, comes from World Boxing News, and they have an article called Errol Spence Jr. Open to Canelo and Manny Pacquiao, not Keith Thurman. And I just wanted to touch on a few points from that article, man. It's interesting that this article came up at this point, man, with not a lot of news being tossed around about Manny Pacquiao and who he's going to fight next. Is he going to fight again? You know, I think we know he's going to fight again, but we just don't know when. But this article, I just want to touch on a few points real fast from this article. Unified welterweight champ Errol Spence Jr. admits pound for pound king Canelo and Filipino legend Manny Pacquiao are on his future hit list. Sadly for Keith Thurman, the ex-world title holder is not. Let's see. Once at 154 and comfortable, Spence would begin to think about potentially hitting middleweight to face Mexico's superstar Alvarez. Canelo will only come into play through once his buddies, the Charlo brothers, get their shot. As for Thurman, the American faces being frozen out at the very top. You know, I don't want to read the whole article, man. I was skipping through, and so sorry if I sound retarded for a second there, but you know, I just, it's interesting because I spoke about this fight. If you go through my library of Ali Land Boxing Talk, I spoke about Pacquiao potentially taking on Canelo Alvarez, and I've spoken on the possibility of Errol Spence fighting Canelo Alvarez, and I think it's a great matchup for both. I think if Manny Pacquiao was to meet him at the right weight, he could dominate Canelo. I think he could even use his speed to take him into the later rounds, tire him out, and potentially set him up for a knockout, but it would have to be at the correct weight. It would have to be somewhere around 153, maybe 154 pounds. I think Canelo's at 160 right now. And I only say that because everybody knows what happens when you drop that type of weight. They call it weight draining a fighter. It's been spoken about in the past. And for Canelo, he would have to drop, to fight Manny Pacquiao, he would at least have to drop almost 15 pounds just for that fight to be made. It's no way it could be made past 155 pounds, which I don't even think Pacquiao would take the risk of taking it at 155. It would have to be at like 152, 153, somewhere around there. And because Pacquiao's not going up that far, it's not going to have the drastic effect on his body like it's going to have on Canelo's body. Canelo's going to be, he's not going to be the same fighter. We could all tell when he was fighting at 147, and he took on, no, matter of fact, I don't think he took on, I don't think he fought Floyd at 147. It might have been at 150 something when he fought Floyd. But we all saw what he looked like as a smaller fighter. He's not as dynamic around the 140 to 155 pound range as he is at the 160 pound range. he's much more powerful as a 160-pound fighter. He's a knockout king at 160 pounds. If he was fighting smaller guys, he would be knocking them out left and right. So I don't think it's a great fight past 155 pounds for Manny Pacquiao. As far as Errol Spence, we all know he's the next thing coming. He's one of the greatest fighters out there right now, and there's so much controversy surrounding Pacquiao because there's so many fighters wanting to get a shot at him before he actually retires. So it's going to be interesting to see where all this plays out. But as far as Spence taking on Canelo, I think that's a more interesting matchup because Spence has the ability to go past 155 pounds. I think he could hit actually middleweight like they spoke about in the article. And him having to go through the Charlo brothers, I think he actually could go through both of those guys. I've seen them both fight before. They're really not that spectacular. I think Spence would be sitting down on his punches. He would be boxing both of them. And he would go through them like a knife through butter. And I think his only real test would be Canelo. I think Canelo is the next level, or maybe he would fight Triple G somewhere along the way and then fight Canelo. And I think Triple G would give him more of a fight than the Charlo brothers. But as far as Canelo and Earl, I like Errol Spence, man, and I think he's the next level. And I can't take anything away from Canelo. And I know a lot of people are gonna say, well, how you have Canelo beating Pacquiao beating Canelo? It's because of the weight, and it's because of the fact that Canelo will be weight drained. But I think it would be a totally different fight if Spence would to fight him past 155 pounds. Now, if Spence got him to go down to a catch weight, I would have Spence winning as easily as I would have Pacquiao winning. But if Spence has to go up in weight, it's more of a challenge for Spence because he's never carried that type of weight. Canelo's used to campaigning at 160 pounds. His body's built for it already, and I don't think he would have a problem dealing with anything that Spence is going to bring to the table. But Spence is a very athletic guy, can't put anything past him. I think he's the next level, and I think he does possess the tools to take Canelo down. It would be interesting to see if he got that fight and he got the Manny Pacquiao fight and somehow unified the welterweight division, then went up and took all the belts from Canelo. Would be I think that would solidify him in history as one of the greatest fighters ever. What do you guys think? Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. Hit that like button for me, please subscribe. I always tell a friend about Ali Land Boxing Talk. We're trying to grow the community, man. Do y'all think Manny Pacquiao can beat Canelo? Do y'all think Pacquiao can beat Earl? Let me know what y'all think, man, down in the comment section. It's your boy Cardinal Red, and we out of here.
They like my style, and I can't blame them. They like my style, and I can't blame them. They like my style, and I can't blame them. They like my style.